Hi, Flosstube. It's September 29th, Sunday afternoon, and I'm back with another Flosstube episode. This is number 35, and I really haven't been back since the end of summer before I started back to school. We have a new principal, we have new teachers, and new students this year. So it's been fun getting to know everyone and getting on back into the schedule and getting into the swing of things. So unfortunately, we've just been super busy. My friend Ann and I went back to our local guild and started to enjoy participating in that again. And so that's been a couple of days a month that we spend doing things with them. And a lot of them are the same. There's a couple new members that we've had fun getting to know, but most of them are the same as well. So I'm going to just kind of get into things and show you kind of what I've been stitching. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot. I kind of added on to what I did last month. So this is Double Double by the Prairie Schooler. And I was able to get the inside done. I think I added on over here as well from the last time, but not a ton on that one, but a little bit. Here are some that I have that will be, up to decorate with. And this is Ye Old Crow. And I just used some reproduction fabric on the back, sewed it together, added some mini pom-poms to the edge. And that's what that one looks like. My initials were hard to do here because they're really big. But that one's a couple years old. You purchase the Ghoul something. This is a Stitching with the Housewives chart, and you get a freebie with this one. So this is one that I finished, and then you get the little kitty pile that goes with it, and that one was super cute as well. And I got this at Walmart a long time ago, and so I've got two of these, and they just set on here like this. Hold on. And then that's how I have them decorated. They're just on these little paddles. So, okay. Now then, some of the others that I've done, this is from the Scarlet House. This is Autumn Alphabet Sampler, or I think just Autumn Alphabet. This was a really fun one to stitch. I just did it on an old piece of Aida that I coffee tea dyed myself, which you can kind of tell. But and then this is Hey Pumpkin, maybe. This was a Stitch Quarterly from the Fat Quarter Shop. None of them are fully finished, but and then this is my design. This is on my Etsy store. This is just a scarecrow that I did. And he's super cute. He's got a pumpkin and some corn, some flowers down here. And then I also had this couple finishes here. This is a Lori Holt. This one was called Pumpkin Patch, I think. And it's pretty cute. Okay, and then this is a Primrose Cottage. I don't remember the name of it. Sorry. Autumn Rules, maybe, like the very top one. So that one was super fun. And then another one that I was working on, let's see if I can find the chart. Oh, it's right here. Little House Needleworks. This is Old Red Barn. And this is how far I've gotten. So the last time I had the barn, I had the tree done, I had this and this done. I had the zigzag here, but not the little fill-ins inside the zigzags. So then I did the Old Red Barn, the sun, the little farmer and his wife, and the sunflowers with the crow. And then I started the bottom. So all I have to do is the rest of that bottom all the way across with white on the opposite. And this one was done on, I don't know if it was the called for. The called for is 32 count vintage pearl barley. So it wasn't that. This would have been probably just a vintage country mocha. And I want to say it was maybe a 28 count or a 25 count. I don't know for sure. Something like that. So that's really about all I did was stitching. The only other thing was, so I made, this is one of my designs that I had done a couple years ago called Merry and Bright. And we decided to try a little something like a craft day with some of the teachers, not some of the teachers, all the elementary teachers that want to come. And open it up to everybody can pick something that they might want to host or teach, or just have fun making something together. And the first one we did was in July, and I was not there because we were in South Dakota. But I have finally finished. We made signs, and I finally finished mine, which was this Home Sweet Classroom. So now I have this to hang up, which is super cute. And I wanted that type of sign because one of the things that I made was, and have now finished, was this cute little quilt, this little pencil quilt. It looks washed out, but this is very, mint greeny. So I have to get that quilted. The next one we did was in September, our craft day. And one of the gals hosted it at her house, and it was super fun. We had little, she gave us little pieces of cake, and then she put, I don't know, 5 or 6 different colors of frosting on there, and then we had to frost the cake. If I have some pictures, I'll set them up in here. I'm having to tape on my phone, which it's nice and clear. Of course, our phone cameras are so much better. I could not get my camera to work on my laptop, which is where I usually video, because unfortunately on here, I'm not sure how I'm going to get it up to YouTube. So I'll have to see on my phone how to do that. I'm not sure that I can. And if I can't, then I got to airdrop it somehow, maybe to my daughter's phone or something, and then get it put to my computer. I don't know what I'm going to do. So we'll see if you ever even see this or not. Who knows? But mine, what I'm going to do is I showed you this. I made this back in the day. And the one that I'm going to do is Hobby Lobby has these little ornaments. We bought these last year when they were on sale. And then you can put a picture or something in it. I figure we can paint, the outside. I'll paint them white or paint them red or something. They're just kind of like a pressed particle board. And then I'm going to take the center of these out, and then from my design of these guys, I just separated them out, you know. So then I can put this guy in here. I thought he would work cute as an ornament, or the other guy, the little reindeer. So then you can have it up a little longer if you wanted, for like all of winter. So I just stitched them on an Aida, a 14 count, because if the other ladies do this, if this is something that we end up doing for like the November, December one, then I want them to be able to get it done, you know. And it works up really nicely on Aida. I think it worked great. Looks good. Looks good on the blue as well as, you know, the black. And then I just kind of cut off the bottom because I didn't figure we needed that. So anyway, those are the two little guys that I created, and I'll get them put in these. And like I said, I'll maybe paint them a pretty color. This one doesn't look too bad on there with that, you know, because it matches. But this one I think would be fun if we painted it white or red or, you know, something. So anyway, any thoughts on that? You can let me know what you think. While I was out and about, this is from my last video that when I was at Be Stitch Me, didn't show you some of my haul there. And I still don't know where the charts are. I don't know what I've done. I did get some charts while I was there. If I find them, I'll let you know. But I got a fat quarter of Badlands 40 count. And that's what this looks like. And I thought, well, since we were possibly headed out to the Badlands and Mount Rushmore, I thought that would be a perfect one to get. And it is. It's good. I like it. It does totally remind me of the Badlands as well. So that is a great name for that one. The other one I got was Wet Sand. And it's just an 1/8 cut. And it looks like wet sand. But it's got a lot of marbling in it. I love it. It's a good neutral. You could do a lot of bright stuff on there, or some real nice dark primitive type of things on there too. So that would look good. I did get this chart as well. I've wanted this for a long time. This is from Autumn Lane Stitchery, and it is called Autumn Town. And I've seen people do it, and I absolutely love it. Most of it's done in DMC. There are a couple of Weeks or Gloriana silk to use, but they have a Weeks or a DMC conversion in there too. So I'm in hopes of starting that. Now, I looked for linen and didn't really find anything that I thought was going to work great. But then I remembered I have this, and I showed you this last time. This is Golden Olive. It's 36 count from, well, I bought it from Kitten Stitcher, but I don't know. I think it came from maybe X Jude Designs, I'm thinking. But it's this color. And it is a little bit greener than what it looks. It looks kind of washed out here. It is a little greener. But I thought, because they use Apple Harvest, excuse me, by Mountain Air Fabrics. And I've never even seen Mountain Air Fabrics. So, but like the background, you see the sky is all stitched. But then the background green is not. So that background is what we have. So I thought, well, I think this is pretty darn close when you look at the two. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It calls for like a 28 count. And this is, what did I say, 36? But it'll be fine. It'll just be a little bit smaller. So I'm excited to use this and start that as well. I'll have to pull some threads and see if I have all of them, or if I need to get some. So like I said, I've been back doing a little bit of quilting and things. So I have, let's see, a couple other things here. This is one that I had started a long time ago and finally got finished. just the top, but I don't have it quilted yet. But it was one of those cute little, gosh, I don't even remember the name of them, but they came in like a tin. Moda had them, and now they're coming back with like the collector tins and things. So this was kind of fun to do. And I don't remember what fabric it was, what fabric line it came from, but it doesn't matter. And then we're working on, at our guild, we're trying to get, I think, 160 placemats. And so they had a bunch of, for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. So I just made this one here. It's a Thanksgiving one. And then this one, I got to get them quilted as a Christmas one. So like that, I have to get those quilted and given back so that they're there by sometime in October right away. About the only other thing, I'm trying to think, that I had or ordered really. Oh, I do have a couple of books. Did I get anything? I'll have to check and see if I got anything as far as cross stitch stuff, but I don't think I did. But I did order, Fat Quarter Shop had their limited spooky box. So I decided to do that. I haven't done that ever. I've never gotten any of their clubs or any of their stuff. So I did decide to take a bite and try it. So they sent these cute scissors, and these scissors are Fright Web scissors. The handle's black, the other's orange, fun and frightful. So they're kind of cute little scissors. Then they have this adorable little black cat with the star and the moon pull. And then they sent these spooky mug mats. So they're tiny and cute, but it's got everything in here for you to finish those. And then they sent the this chart, which is pumpkin stitching pattern. It's a cute, I love the little black cat on there. And then the fabric bundle to go with it so that you can make it. So that will be fun to do. I think I need a little bit of solid is about all. I didn't really look closely to see what all was needed, but we have all the other fabrics for it. Just maybe the solid I'd have to have, but I have plenty of solid whites. And then the last thing they sent was one of these spray bottles. It's got little black cats on it, which is super cute. And these bottles are great because they're like the longer spray ones. So you put water in them, and instead of just getting like a psh, psh, you hold it and it's like psh. It's a nice long stream. So for me as a long arm quilter, a lot of times I'm trying to take maybe backing that's been folded up and has some, you know, kind of real hard lines in it. I can spray that all down or all across a fold and let it really soak it so that it will iron out nicely. So I love those kind of bottles. I do have one myself out there already, but it would be nice to have one in another spot as well. So that's what we got from that cute little box, the little spooky box edition. So I like that. I probably would do that again. I do think it was worth it, you know. I don't usually splurge on those kinds of things because if there's something I want, I usually just get that one little piece and can usually add, you know, my own fabric or my, like if I love that, you know, pattern, I'd buy the pattern, and then I probably have blacks and oranges that I could use and get it pretty close to, you know, how they did it. So, well, this time it's going to be pretty short and sweet because I just didn't have a lot of different pieces to show you. And last time I went through all the different fall ones that I will potentially be working on. So I'm going to spend my time working on actual stitching instead of on here chatting with you. So I hope that you have a wonderful start to your fall. It feels like summery still because it's still pretty warm. We're still in the 80s here in northern Illinois. So we have had some fall weather. We've had some 60s, gotten down to 60s some days. And it gets 60 at night, which is nice. So it cools off the house and you don't have to have the air running all the time. So anyway, fall I think is a lot of people's favorite time of year. I think it's good because it reminds us to be thankful. And an attitude of gratitude is a lot of times what keeps us on the right end of things. And right now, I watched, who was it? Java Girl, I think so, Stitches last night. And she started off with a couple of Bible verses, which I thought was very nice because like she was saying how chaotic the world is and crazy. And we just have a few, we have a lot, not just a few things that are kind of nutty right now. So I just pray that you all stay safe and healthy and that you enjoy apple season and pumpkin season. And if you like all the pumpkin spice things that you can, get all to your heart's content of that. And I'll see you back here in another month. And we'll be looking at, I don't know, probably just having enjoyed Halloween and headed into Thanksgiving. All right, take care. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.